Hello and welcome. The purpose of this video is to adjust two different cameras, in this case the UE70 and UE100, to have a similar picture without using any special tools or test charts. So normally, of course, if you want to have a perfect match, you need a test chart with a grayscale and some color patches and waveform vectorscope, but even without we can do something. So the cameras must be connected to a remote controller like the RP50 or RP60, RP120 or 150, or you can do it with the remote control. In this case I will do it with the remote control, therefore I will also open the menu of both cameras. This is the menu of the UE100 and this is the menu of the that was the 70, and this is the menu of the UE100. Okay, test chart is just some ladies because skin tones will be important, and red is also important, blue skies is also useful, and some other colors from the shirts. So green is not there because green is not so important in most cases. If you want green with it, you just can add a green patch. Then watch out that there is no reflection on the chart, because this will lower your contrast and change the output of the camera. So I have to put the test chart under a certain angle to avoid this. So we start with white balance. As you can see, both cameras are quite different in their output at the moment, and this is because of the white balance is totally different. So camera 1 is on scene 1, that's okay, and in scene 1 let's check the white balance mode. So it's on AWBA, that is good. It means when I take a white item, white paper, and I push the white balance button, I can do a white balance on that chart, which I did do now. So for the B camera, the 100, we do about the same. Check in the picture menu, it's on AWBA, okay. We take the white sheet, it's already almost perfect I think, but anyway, we push white balance button and there we are, we have about the same white. Next is the brightness of the scenes. As you can see, both are a little bit too dark and not equal. So we're gonna start with manual iris and adjust that both become equal. Check manual iris, okay, then I can open and close the iris. By the way, I see the light on this chart is a little bit dark, so we are forced to put a little bit of gain, and now we have some spare light. Of course it's better if you can avoid gain, but in this case I have to do. I go to the UE100 and check if the iris is on manual. It was not. I'll do now. And now also here I do not have enough light, so I'm forced to put a little bit of gain. There we go. And now we can close the iris a bit. So you must watch the white areas that they are not burned. And now we compare both cameras to have the same level on, let's say, this area. You can also take something fully white and check if the whites are equal. So we'll have to lower a little bit camera 1 to become almost equal. Let's check On other gray values, no, on other gray values it's a little bit too dark now, so this is better. Now we did the white, but there is also the black areas. If you take something fully black, it will remain black, but in this hair, which is almost dark, let's check with both cameras. So there is a difference. So let's say the UE100 is a little bit more bright. So we go to take the 70 in this case, and let's check the pedestal level. So we will raise it a bit to become more in the dark areas, equal to the UE100. Her hair is perfect for this test because it's not fully black, so I increase. Now I'm over, I think it's about this. Next step is the color level, because we can see there is clearly much more color in the UE100 than in the UE70. So both cameras we can choose, but I prefer to add some color in the UE70. So if we add color or if we decrease color, you see what's happening. And I think maybe we are there. I like to compare the red of the balloon and also watch the skin tones, if their intensity is about the same. Yeah, I think 2, 3 might be too much, so let's stay with 2 at the moment. There we go. Then let's take a look at the sharpness. So the UE100 sharpness is like okay, not too sharp, not too soft. I like this picture. And the UE170 is clearly too sharp. So let's go to the detail adjustments. And detail is quite high, that is why it's sharp, but we can also soften the image as a first start by using dynamic noise reduction. If we activate it, it will kill the noise and automatically take a little bit of the detail away. So this is off, this is low, and this is a high. As you see, the image becomes a bit softer thanks to this. Now the images are starting to be much more closer. Okay, both images are not too bad. Of course, they're still not 100% the same, but this is about the, without any tools, the maximum we can do. But now maybe you want to use the cameras on auto iris, so I will switch both cameras to auto iris, the UE170 and the 100. I switch to auto iris, and I see they give a difference in brightness because the auto iris has a different gain or reaction, and that's why you have the adjustment in auto mode, picture level adjustment. So it is this line, picture level, and this will decide how much the auto iris will override or underride. And now by adjusting the level, so I will go a little bit down with UE100 and a little bit up with the UE70 to balance both, because maybe the UE70 is a little bit too dark and the 100 was a little bit too bright. So I go up a little bit and see, yeah, we're almost there. The blacks are okay, the whites are okay. Now you can still see, of course, some difference in some skin tones, and that is sorry, wrong camera. That is not possible to do without any test chart, or very difficult. I will show you anyway, if you like, if we see to the blue sky, so the sky is that area, there is a small difference in the color tone. If you want to have that even the brightness is about the same, how can we change the color of each color separately? We can. Therefore we have the matrix. By the way, this is the UE70, so I go to matrix and I choose the user matrix. The user starts from normal, and then for each color separately, blue, blue to magenta, blue, magenta, closer to magenta, then magenta to red, red, and so on. You can choose and change that color only. Now, because the blue sky is normally blue with a little bit of cyan in it, I will try this one. So cyan close to blue, and change the phase to see if that changed the color. Yes, you can see the color of the sky is changing. And if I compare to the UE100, I can now match to have the same cyan blue. We are going away of it. Let me see, where am I? -10, so I need to go a little bit up. +4 now, and we can also change the intensity like this, because we need a little bit lesser intensity, and there we go. Now they are, no, this is too much. Anyway, by this method you can change any color without affecting the other colors, but you need to know where you are, and therefore, let's say, a vectorscope or any tool will be needed. Of course, this looks like pure red, so if we take the pure red adjustment, it should change the balloon. Let's try as an experiment at the end. Where is the red? So I will try to change the color of the red. Let's see if that works. Yeah, now the red is becoming more orange, and now going to deeper red. So that we can do for any kind of color separately if you want it. But this is a long process, but at the end you can have all colors equal, that you cannot see the difference anymore. Okay, this was it. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.